Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Myself, Dr. Mamoona Azhar. By profession, I am a physiotherapist, and today I am going to deliver a lecture on the subject of medical physics, and the topic is resistance. So, what is resistance? Resistance means obstruction, and in the terms of medical physics, what obstruction or resistance mean out here is flow of electrons is known as current. When there is obstruction in the flow of electrons, it would be known as resistance. So its unit is ohm, and resistance can be drawn by the symbol like this. Ohm can be given as resistance offered to a current flow by the column of mercury, which is about 1.063 meter in length and 1 millimeter square in cross section at 0 degrees Celsius. So what are the causes of resistance? There are multiple causes which are going to create resistance in a conductor. For example, there is a conductor in which atoms are present. These are the atoms of conductor. When current is flowing in it, the flow of electrons occur towards positive terminal. So for example, this side there is positive terminal. The electrons, the tiny electrons, when they are moving inside, they will collide to atoms of conductor. So when this collision is occurring, it will cause resistance. And this resistance is depending upon multiple factors. Number one, material of conductor. For example, it can be copper, it can be silver. There can be any material related to the conductor. And it also depends upon the length and thickness. For example, resistance is directly proportional to length, but it is inversely proportional to temperature, cross section, and number of free electrons in a unit volume. So this is how the resistance is being affected by multiple factors. The next thing we are going to study about this is the types of resistance. There are two major types of resistance: series and parallel. We will come to know that how resistance is affected in series and parallel. In series, components of a circuit, they are connected in series. For example, this is a circuit. For example, this is a circuit in which three resistance are applied in series way. So when they are connected in series pattern, there is one way for current. So what can be formula for this? V is equal to IR, where I is constant but resistance is changing. For A, B and C, there are multiple resistance. Resistance can be R1, R2 and R3. So V is equal to I R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is the formula for series resistance, and its equivalent resistance would be R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now in comparison to that, we have parallel resistance. In parallel resistance, what happens? The resistance are being attached in a parallel manner. So in that, current will travel through alternative routes. R1, for example, three resistances are being attached parallelly. So there are three ways: A, B and C. Now there are three ways, so there would be three types of current passing through it. I is equal to V over R. In this parallel pattern, Potential difference, which is being denoted by V, would be same, while current is different. So it can be identified by, while V is same, so it would be like this. R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Where we can measure that R1 over R is reciprocal to equivalent resistance. Here was equivalent resistance in series pattern, while in parallel pattern reciprocal to equivalent resistance, which can be given by 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. So this was all about the resistance, its causes and the types. The last thing which is related to resistance is electrical conductivity. The inverse of resistivity of a conductor is its electrical conductivity. So the reciprocal to resistivity is the term which can be given as conductivity. So when there is less obstruction, there is decreased resistance and increased conductivity. So this was all about the resistance. If you guys have any query or any question related to that, you guys can comment here or ask me directly. I will answer these questions. Thank you very much.